Hey guys, this is OddOneGaming. This is going to be another Dragonheir SilentGods video. In today's video, we're going to talk about a team that I found that's, I guess, pretty free-to-play friendly because, well, it uses only rares and horrors in there. So, I wanted to do this for Grave of Rot, even though maybe I'm a little bit late to the party. Just I realized that I have not covered this dungeon yet, so I wanted to start off by showing a team for stage 7, because honestly, by the time you start farming the Grave of Rot, is the same thing with the Grave of Curse. By the time you start farming these dungeons, you should already be at the point where you can just blast through it through raw damage to get to the point where you get to stage 7, and that's what it becomes a little bit harder to do, because you have to bring some key heroes and you have to be aware of some key mechanics for this one. So first of all, let's have a look at the info, like what does the boss actually do, before I actually show you the run in the background. So on the first one, which is the first AoE, he deals poison damage to all enemies. He places heal prohibition, and this one starts to be like 100%. You know, you cannot heal from stage 7. If I'm not mistaken, on stage 6, let's double check, it's only heal reduction. Yes, on stage 6 it's heal reduction. You can still heal, so it's a bit easier as I mentioned. But once you get to 7, it's heal prohibition and you cannot heal. So he does that, plus he places 3 stacks of poison. So you're going to be taking poison damage, you're going to have heal prohibition, that's going to hurt, it's going to be painful. Then on the next one, he deals poison damage, and then he inflicts recharge and speed penalty for 10 seconds. This basically makes your ultimates recharge slower, and I think it's the same thing for the battle skill. So again, this one's a little bit of a no-no. Then on the ultimate, he devours a target and then he chews them up, deals damage, but this is the biggest concern, restores HP equal to 600% of the damage dealt. He can heal up a ton, so this one's actually a big problem, so you want to have heal prohibition yourself in this fight in order to make this fight easier, otherwise you're just gonna struggle a lot. And then the first passive, basic attacks have a 50% chance of inflicting poison on the target. Also for each debuff, the boss does more damage, plus it's gonna be immune to control effects, okay? So first of all, I want to show you, before I show you the team played in the background, I want to show you the positioning, and this is something really important. So the way you kind of want to position your people is, you want to have 3 people positioned over here and 2 on this side. The reason for this one is, again, because of the way he does his skills. This one's AoE, but this one's only a certain area, okay? So if you position it like this, when the boss does the recharge speed penalty, he's always gonna do over here where there are 3 heroes, okay? So that's the ones that you're gonna have the tanks, that you're gonna have the people to survive, and you're gonna have people with resist, because that's how I have people built. And then the other 2 over here could be like 2 DPS, for example, if you can sustain enough. I just tried to show it with just 1 DPS. It's a slow run, but, you know, bear with me. So let's just look at the run in the meantime and go a little bit through. You can see that I tried not to use the best gear on the people in here. I just tried to make it relatable. Obviously, you're going to see legendary gear, but it's from Grave of Venom. So like I said, by the time you get here, you should have already found some Grave of Venom. You should already have some stats, but at the end of the day, they're not perfectly built. Trust me, it's not ideal. I could have ramped up some more damage. I could have dropped one of the healers and just brought another DPS and maybe just kill it in 2 minutes. But I did not want to do that. I wanted to make it relatable. So the whole idea for this team is, we have Horus, that's kind of like the main tank. He deals a little bit of damage and brings a chance to land that attack penalty on his battle skill. It's not 100%, but it's pretty reliable with the artifact that I'm going to show you on him, and that helps, you know, to be able to sustain some of that damage. Then we have over here Hexandra. She's just basically in there for heals, to heal herself, heal everybody else, and then on the battle skill, she also does a cleanse. Whenever she does the battle skill to heal, she cleanses 1 debuff, which is extremely helpful. And as you can see, she is built with high resist, because you know what? You don't really need much on her. Just high resist, survivability stats, and she's good to go. Then we have over to the left there, my favorite honestly for this team, and I think it's actually going to be the hero that I'm going to be using for, quite possibly at least, for my stage 9 team, and that is Fitz. The reason why Fitz is so amazing in here is not necessarily because he's tanking. As you can see, he's not the one actually tanking and taking the hits or being devoured, but it's because of this one. Look at that. He basically removes all debuffs from everybody and takes them on upon himself. So that makes him be an amazing cleanser because of that reason. So he's the one that kind of cleanses all of those debuffs from, at least from the first AoE, you know, the heal prohibition, the poisons, from the people that actually have them. So that makes him be huge. It's not ideal. Again, I could have made it even better, but I would have had to really have a look at the builds, try to get myself a lot higher skill haste, maybe get another hero in here that pushes back the boss's ultimate, and that way I could time it so he cleanses everything. But again, I wanted to just make like an initial team for 7 just to show you the concept. But Fitz is 100% one that you would want to build, because at the end of the day, you know what, he's amazing even for like Flame Domain. If you don't, you might already have him built for that. And he's a pretty good for tanking overall. So I do not feel like you would waste resources by investing into Fitz, because he's definitely gonna help you in this team and maybe in some other areas of the game as well. And the good thing about him, he only requires 5 scrolls, so not too many scrolls to be used on him. That makes him even better. Then we kind of have Anna over here as backup heal and cleanse, but I think I could even do it without Anna. I think I could just have another DPS, or maybe the adventurer as fire or frost for more shields. But I don't know, I just had her. She's even not even 5-star, she's 4-star. I just had her in there for, you know, just for a second, like I said, a little bit extra cleansing, some healing, and that's about it. And then over here in the corner, you see we have Sigrid, which is honestly, from my point of view, the best hero in the game when it comes to heal prohibition. I don't think there's anybody else that does a more reliable heal prohibition in a game as her, because she has it on the battle skill and she has it on the ultimate. It's like, what else do you want from her? And she also brings attack penalty, the big version, on the battle skill, on the ultimate. Plus she can do some pretty solid damage. As you can see, she's the only damage dealer in this team. So yeah, it's not a fast team by any means, but it's pretty reliable. It works pretty okay. There's always space to improve and whatnot. But you're gonna see the builds that I have, because I'm missing some runes on people. So like I said, it's not, I didn't try to throw the best stuff that I had. I just try to hit the stats that I wanted, and then I stopped there, basically. That's all I did. Hit the stats that I wanted, and then I stopped there. Like, or if I saw that somebody was dying, which I think Anna was dying because she's not 5-star, I just gave her a little bit more survivability, and that was it. But still, as you can see, it works pretty well, even if it's not 100%. As always, keep in mind, the stamina is not used if you lose. So that's no problem. It's a what, 5-minute fight, 4-minute and 38 fight. It worked. Damage, you're gonna see that again. Most of the damage came from, obviously, Sigrid, and some from Horus, funny enough, the tank the damage, and then a little bit from everybody else. But let's have a look at the build. So, firstly, Horus, I just built him to be tanky and have some accuracy. You're gonna see I do not have the 180, and that's because, keep this in mind, elemental affinity, okay? So you should have this extra 50 as well, because most of us should have the priority for this season be, at least for season 1, to be fire plus poison. So by this point, you might have some accuracy, but if you do not have this accuracy, keep in mind you need to have 170, okay? So that's why, for example, like I said, Horus has 146 only. If I did not have that to 50, I would have just given him another 24 to get into 170, and it is what it is. Like I said, I don't have no negative rune. I have this one with defense, accuracy, resist, whatever. Like, this is the only one that I had. I don't have any more epic ones because I sold everything. Then he has accuracy on this one, HP percent, you know, some others. Like, look at this, crit damage, flat defense, flat HP. Again, like I said, I'm not using the bad stuff. Same thing over here, some resist, lots of defense on this one. And then I do have the Ivor and Zero. This one's extremely good for him if you want his attack penalty from the battle skill, because it increases the chance to land, and this one only goes to 75%. I don't even have him scrolled up, so he could be even better maybe if I had him scrolled up, but I just don't want to scroll him. He's like, you know, it is what it is. He does his job just fine, and like this. Then the next one in the team, Hexandra. Again, I have no runes on her. As you can see, again, I tried to keep it relatable, but I could throw some runes, for example, to compensate for this. The reason I have this one is because of the resist, okay? So if I had not used this one, I would have just put rune over here with resist, or over here for the negative one that gives me main stat resist, and that's about it. And I do have her like in one piece of the Wrath of the Troll. You try to get your healers or people that need to come back to their active skills in Wrath of the Troll, or the other lower set as well. That gives you a chance to, you know, that gives you more skill haste. You want to have as much skill haste so you can come back to those healing as you can. I do have high resist on her as well because, well, as you can see, resist here, because I want her not to get all of those debuffs, or, you know, most of the time, because there's still, I don't know what's the percentage. I think it's like a 3% maybe, kind of like in raid. But I don't want her to get debuffed, so that's what she's in there, not to be debuffed and do the healing, okay? So just, again, defense, random stats in there, flat defense, enlightenment, accuracy, doesn't help with accuracy, resist on this, then attack percent, defense, enlightenment, so not crazy stats. Then Sigrid is built to have accuracy and do damage, basically, straight up. So she has a defense one over here. Again, it's useless, but I just put something on her just to have a little bit of survivability and give me some accuracy. A rare one over here again with defense. That's the only rare one that I had. And then attack percent on here. So she might be one of the ones that's strongly built because she's the only DPS. And, you know, I needed her to hit pretty well. So she has attack percent with accuracy and crit rate. Crit rate over here, okay, with a lot of crit damage. This is not a pretty nice piece with some HP. Then crit rate, defense percent, crit rate, accuracy over here. And then on this one again, double flat attack, but double accuracy. And I do have the crown on her for a chance to land a defense penalty so we can do more damage. So, you know, again, by the time you get this, hopefully you got at least one epic dupe so you can get the crown. If you don't have the crown, just get anything else that gives her accuracy and maybe gives her the, you know, stuff to come back to more skill haste if you can. But mostly accuracy so she lands her debuffs or more damage depending on what you need. Then if you move over to the next one, Fitz, I really love this guy. He is with higher skill haste. So the thing is like this. As you can see, I completed 2 sets. I completed one legendary one from the Wrath of the Troll, and then I completed one from the Goblin Brawler because I wanted him to have lots of skill haste. Obviously, it would be better. I think if I got to like 70 or 80 might be the ideal spot, but you want him to always have his ultimate ready, which is like you see 18-second recharge. I think the ideal spot would be 17 point something, if I could count that by looking at the boss's skill timer. So for example, 6 seconds plus 6, 12 plus 6, 18. So maybe it's somewhere like around 18 seconds that you need to have that one. And because he has 18.7, you're basically losing a little bit. So the ideal spot would be to be complete recharge 18 or under. What I mean by that is, if I had him at 18 or under, I could time him to always do that cleanse after the boss does this one, okay? Because for now, it keeps moving over later and later, so I have to do it as soon as he has it. But if I had his recharge time under the 18 seconds, I would wait till this one happened, and I would always have him cleanse everything, and that would be so much better. I could also time the healings, but like this, it's everything's just full auto. I really love this guy for this. But he has the banner with HP, gives him more defense. I think people used to say that he was broken. I'm not sure if it's broken anymore, like to give more defense for the others as well. But just put this for more survivability. I gave him this one to have a little bit of more resist and skill haste. And same thing over here, more resist. I just wanted him to have resist as well, because the beauty with him is, if he has enough resist to resist the debuffs, when he transfers all the debuffs from all your allies, he does not place them on himself because he has high enough resist. And that's just crazy. And even if he does place them, he cleanses them off like one at a time from the battle skill, which he does every 7-8 seconds. So this guy's just amazing. I really love it. I wish I would have played with him earlier because he's really awesome. And then the last one, Anna. Just again, resistance on her because she's pretty squishy being 4-star, so I obviously don't want her to have heal prohibition and poisons. So just give her resist so she does not get those, and then she's gonna heal up everybody else. You see over here the stats again, nothing too crazy, just random pieces of gear in there. Resistance on the chest, and then look at this crit damage. This helps me with nothing. She's not doing damage. It's just threw some gear on her. They gave me the resistance that I needed, and then that's about it. But yeah, I guess this is gonna be it for the video today, guys. I hope this helps you, because this one's the the fourth, actually most important dungeon to farm, because first one's Grave of Venom, second's Heretical Ruins, third is going to be Ancient Battlefield, fourth is gonna be Grave of Rot. I made a video on this in the past if you wanna go check it out. And then the last one's Grave of Curse, again, from my point of view. But what you want from here usually is gonna be this set over here, is it this one? Yes, no, wait, bruh. Level 9. I have to get to 9 to see it. So this one over here, Brotherhood Spirit, okay? You want this one because it gives you accuracy and skill haste, but the 3P set. After the wearer unleashes their ultimate skill, all allies obtain 15% extra attack. This is amazing for boss fights. You'll have this on your debuffer or somebody else like a tank and debuffer, such as, for example, I have it on my Fruit Bath or Sagomir. Whenever they do their ultimate, everybody else gets more attack, they get turns, damage is gonna ramp up by 8 ton. And then even this one, I guess, could be interesting, but I've not found a spot in the game where stun is extremely important. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's good for arena, and that's about it. Apart from that, I've not found a space for this one yet, and I'm not the biggest arena person. But anyway, this is gonna be it for the video today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this helped you so you can beat the Grave of Wrath on stage 7 and start getting those legendary materials to build yourself some nice new pieces. But anyway, thank you all for watching, and I'm gonna see you on the next one. Peace, love, take care, everyone. Bye, guys.